Yeah, well, I think first of all, I feel very lucky and fortunate.
Caitlin Clark just closed a chapter in her basketball story. But if you think this is the end, you don't know Caitlin.
Once you hear the day and it's oh, your jersey's getting retired this day, it's oh, okay. But when the day approaches very fast, you don't have as much time to prepare for everything that's going to be involved in it. But I just am fortunate to come back here. I honestly thought I would be back in Iowa City a lot more than I've been able to be over the since I've left. This is only really my second time back here. The other time was when we got our rings on the field. So it's just fun for me to come back and just say thank you to everybody that poured so much into me and allowed me to be great, whether that's
a packed Carver Hawkeye arena, an electric atmosphere, and a night filled with raw emotion. This was more than just a jersey retirement.
Playing in a game, because you're not playing, because you know what this is going to be like, do you feel like you'll be able to let yourself feel the emotions a little bit more?
Yeah, and I feel like I already have kind of today. You kind of just have those butterflies in your stomach when you walk in here, not so much for a basketball game now, but obviously just to be around everybody and to enjoy this environment. I think it's definitely, you are a little bit more vulnerable. I don't have to go and compete for 40 minutes, even though I wish maybe I could. But certainly, I think it will definitely be.
This was a coronation. Clark returned to the arena not as a competitor, but as a legend. She wasn't lacing up her sneakers, wasn't gearing up for another record-breaking performance. Instead, she was here to take in the moment, to hear the roar of thousands one more time, to see her name go up in the rafters where it will stay forever.
An award recipient, two-time Wade Trophy winner, two-time.
And yeah, it hit her hard. It's a weird feeling, she admitted, coming back here and not playing. That's different. Before the ceremony even started, Iowa set the stage with a massive 76-69 win over USC. It was the perfect way to kick off the night. Proof that the program Caitlin helped build wasn't fading. The current Hawkeyes showed heart, grit, and a determination that felt like an extension of Clark's competitive spirit. But then, the main event. The lights dimmed, the crowd erupted, and Caitlin stepped onto the court one last time as an Iowa Hawkeye. This wasn't about just celebrating her stats, though let's be real, she has plenty. This was about honoring an athlete who changed the game, brought record-breaking crowds to women's basketball, and made people believe in something bigger. Head coach Jan Jensen took the mic first, reminiscing about the first time she saw Caitlin Clark as a 9th grader. A step-back three, a little shoulder shrug, and a look in her eyes that said, "Yeah, I got this," Jensen recalled. "We knew she was special." Then, Lisa Bluder, Clark's former coach, stepped up. She didn't just talk about Caitlin's game, she talked about the movement she started. "You made people believe," Bluder said. "You showed the world why investing in women's basketball isn't just the right thing to do, it's the smart thing to do." Then came the moment, the banner slowly rising to the rafters. Clark watched, hands on her hips, eyes locked on the legacy she built. The realization hit. This wasn't just her moment. It belonged to every young girl who picked up a basketball because they saw her play. Every fan who filled the stands, every person who now believes women's sports deserve the spotlight. And just when you thought the night couldn't get more emotional, the tribute video rolled. Fans from across the world, Brazil, South Africa and beyond, shared how she inspired them. A young girl battling cancer who found strength watching Clark play. A father who never followed women's basketball until Caitlin made him a fan for life. A family who brought a signed photo of their late child to a game, knowing their kid would have wanted to witness history. Clark blinked back tears. This wasn't just basketball anymore, this was bigger. When she finally took the mic, her words were classic Caitlin, grateful, humble, and still, deep down, a competitor at heart. "I know the Pacers and the Fever are bringing a game here next year," she grinned. "Better start saving up, it's probably going to be expensive." But don't think for a second she's slowing down. Year 2 in the WNBA is coming and she's ready. She spoke about the Fever's new roster moves, praised head coach Stephanie White, and made one thing clear: she's not done making history. I feel lucky to be with a franchise that believes in women's sports the way Iowa did, she said. I know we're building something special. She also tackled the pressure, the scrutiny, the constant spotlight. Her response? Pure Caitlin. I really don't care, she shrugged. People will talk. That's just how it goes. But I believe in myself. I believe in my teammates. That's all that matters. And with that, another chapter closed. But Caitlin Clark, she's just getting started. Whatever comes next, one thing is certain. It's going to be legendary. Her Iowa legacy is set in stone, but her impact is far from over. Fans, young and old, will remember what she did here, the records she broke, and the barriers she shattered. The sold-out crowds, the deep threes, the fiery competitiveness. It's all part of the legend of Caitlin Clark. And now she takes that same fire to the WNBA, where the next stage of her journey is just beginning. She's not just a player, she's a movement. And if history has shown us anything, it's that Caitlin Clark isn't done changing the game yet.